Alright, I did my exams today. All in one day instead of the scheduled days, which honestly I prefer because there was like nobody there. I could just kind of move at my own pace, go everywhere. Teachers were chill, but yeah, it's pretty dope. Now I'm only off of like 2.5 or 3 hours of sleep. I just laid down in bed the whole night. I couldn't go to bed for some reason. I don't know, just happens sometimes. Kind of maybe because I consumed my caffeine way too late. But I had some caffeine this morning, which I can feel is wearing off. It's definitely a rainy day outside today. Not a pretty day. A blessed day, not a pretty day. Also, I have went and watched back my first video, which was Monday, uploaded on Wednesday, and the audio isn't necessarily bad, but I just had to turn the TV up a lot to hear it well. So I've ordered some Rode Wireless Pros. A little over, like it was like $300 damn, a little bit over. So I really hope they work well. And I hope the audio, is a lot better. And the audio isn't bad, but I can understand with my microphone being up here, and I probably need it, right here, right here. I don't really wear hats that often, but on my tank top and my shirt or whatever. I hope that makes it a lot better, so I don't, you don't have to turn your volume up so much. But a lot of my friends, have seen my social media stories, which I will leave in the description. They have been supporting my page a lot, and I appreciate everyone who has. Every single one of the 40 subscribers I have right now. But yeah, just got some more meals to eat. I'm going to I'll probably edit a little bit and take a nap. Yeah. Alright, well, just wanted to record that. I'll see y'all later. Alright, fast forward. I guess I was filming at like 12 or 1 o'clock today. It is now 9:17, and it's still not a pretty day. It's actually been raining pretty hard. I barely got here. I couldn't even freaking see. But yeah, and I only ended up getting one more hour, one more, maybe not even 1 more hour, like 30 minutes to an hour extra of sleep from the like 2.5 hour good night's rest I had. So yeah, I'm just basically running off caffeine and carbs right now, which is fine. It'll hopefully last for back and rear delts, which is what we have today. Alright, I've done some stretching and a little bit of warm up on this. These lifted straps, I remember I used to think these were kind of like cheating, but honestly, like if you're not using these, you're really limiting your back gains, because your lats are a lot stronger than just your grip. So your grip's going to give out a lot sooner than your lats are going to. So you're going to be limiting your back gains. But I'm going to put these AirPods in and get to this lat pull down. smashed my thigh on that rubber. Man, come to think of it, I remember last time I hit back here, these had been off. And I think I was wearing this flannel. I had like, my breath. I like wrapped it around them so it didn't crush my thighs. But man, if I did what I just did, that would have hurt. All right, man. Really, the only downside to these straps is like if you were really ready to hit your set, and kind of like what I'm doing right now. Definitely not as strong as I usually am on that, but that is to be expected off of very, very little sleep. Honestly, might have been better off with no sleep compared to, you know, the 2.5, 3 hour combined, you know. But, man, I know I've been saying I like the oversized hoodies and stuff, and I do. I love them. But flannels are always just as good. They really go with these pants well too. But you know, one thing about me, you know, people have always asked me, I know I haven't even filmed a leg day yet, but people have always asked me like how I grew my legs. And you know, I used to be a power lifter, and like I ended up getting a 600-pound squat by 15 years old. And people have like always asked, bro, how'd you grow your legs? How'd you get your legs strong? And to be honest with you, yeah, I did kill my legs all the time, but I didn't always work out as optimal as I do now. I mean, not near, you know, but honestly, I was just born with strong leg genetics. I mean, it is what it is, you know. I know I don't think I had good shoulder genetics, but you know, I didn't even train back or shoulders for like the first 2 or 3 years of working out, which is crazy to say. We're gonna get to probably some type of single arm row now. Okay, before I even put my attachment on, someone tell me, I just spotted it. Is there a reason for this? To need 2 hooks? I mean, I'm not hating. I'm genuinely asking, like, why is that there? I mean, anyway, let's get to it. Okay. So, I have figured, got like, it's like a 130 on the stack right now, and the rows deal. Really, they give you a really good stretch. But yeah, we're gonna do some of those. Man, that rain is not letting up. That's gonna suck on the way home. Alright. That was pretty solid. Now, lower it 10 pounds maybe. Might be a little heavy, but we'll just have to see about it. Okay. Bro, I don't know why. I don't even know, like, I mean, it would definitely make a difference, but like this certain circumstance, for some reason, when I get shitty sleep and I'm just not at my peak performance, it makes me want to hop on gear, bro. Because it's like, you know, even, I know everybody thinks if you just take gear, it's gonna solve all your problems. First of all, you need to have your, dude, it's coming a freaking monsoon outside, blood. But first of all, you need to have your training, your daily schedule, your macros, bro. Nobody wants to count their macros. And your sleep, you know, your supplements, like, you know, your creatine, just basically your whole timing schedule and your numbers down to a T, bro. Before you even consider pinning, like you cannot just start pinning and expect to see results. Like, I think you could easily start counting and tracking your macros and doing your workouts right, and you're gonna see crazy results. You know, I spent years fucking around on the squat rack for 2 hours, and sure, I was a power lifter, but, you know, and I made sufficient gains, but like once you actually switch to the right training and you do your studying and don't just go over here and eat bullshit, you know, you're gonna make really sufficient progress. It's almost like newbie gains, man. When you first start off in the gym, you're just right off the bat getting bigger. Once you start counting your macros, bro, you're gonna see a huge difference, bulking, cutting, whatever. I mean, I try to stress that so much to people. Like, counting your macros, honestly, is more important than this part. This part is very important. And obviously, it's the most fun part. I mean, you really are, personally, I'm only going to count my macros if I'm training. If I didn't want to work out, why the hell would I even count my macros? But anyway, I got really off topic, kind of. Whenever I'm feeling like this, I really just want to hop on gear, because yeah, you know, even if my sleep or whatever is messed up, I may not feel at my best, but like maybe being on the gear, I'm still gonna be getting stronger faster. You feel me? But I'm really too young for that. Best feeling is when you have Allison shades blowing in your ear. Awesome, dude. Anyway. Oh, yeah. the flannel here needs to come off. Like I'm freaking busting through it, dude. Man, I had to wear this hat today. My hair, even in the last video, looks like not even a pile of broccoli. It looks like a damn uncut dog hair or some shit. I don't know. Can't fix it no more. But we got this mossy oak hat right here. It looks pretty solid. I did not wear a tank top today on purpose. You know, some days it's just better. I don't know, I kind of like to go without it a lot. Yeah. Now, upper back. Okay. I've decided on some cable rows. I really don't know a way to do this. I got this little bar. I don't know if you can see it. I remember when I, obviously first starting back, I would assume most people just use the that lap pull down thing I was using, which is probably my favorite attachment. I don't ever use that for lap pull down anymore. I used to, but that gets me to my point. I remember when this freaking, here, I'll just take the attachment off. This freaking thing, I remember when this first popped up at this gym. And, back then, first content creator I really got into was like Larry Wills, probably. Yeah, I think that was the first one. Which is really what got me into powerlifting. But, I remember first seeing that bar pop up here, and I knew he trained with it, and I was like, dude, I'm training like fucking Larry Wheels now. And, that was funny. But I'm gonna see what weight I'm thinking. Drink a little bit of water, and I'll be right back to it. Alright, I changed the attachment because I realized that I couldn't really get my straps around that other thing. So I got this one, and I gotta say, this is gonna suck because, first of all, I don't know that I've ever used this, maybe like once or twice, but that weight feels heavy with that. And I wanna say, this thing goes down to 310 pounds. What? Maybe I just haven't been around people that can do that type of thing, but like 310 pounds? Like good reps? Like, bro, what? I don't know. There's probably a lot of people that can do it. I'm just dreaming. I don't even remember the weight. I think I got like 220 on there right now. That might have been a little too heavy. I think I got enough reps. Yeah, we're gonna have to lower that weight. Good thing the one below it is like 15 pounds below it. Or the one above it, I guess you'd say. Man, I really appreciate all my friends supporting this YouTube channel and my social media stuff. I've had the realization that you can't just you can't just have a unique idea and it blow up, you know. I mean, I've seen people copy a trend, you know, good physique, mid physique, not great physique. I mean, you wouldn't say not great, like beginner. And they blow up. Or people, I mean, I've seen dudes that like could be like super famous, like shredded level. It's actually kind of crazy, you know, and they get like 70 likes on a TikTok. I mean, that's kind of crazy to me. And they're doing good trends. So I mean, I know you gotta like post a certain amount of times, but like, I don't know. I'm starting to think it's just a luck thing. I really don't know. I honestly like doing this a lot better. I mean, just because, I mean, I don't work out with anybody, but I can just get to talk. Yeah. It's cool to track progress too, you know. And I hope, you know, the way I'm talking, there's someone eventually that watches these and, you know, can take some advice from it. So. Alright. We got, last set we had the 220 on the rack, now it's like 205. Thinking I'm probably only going to need 2 sets of this. I really, honestly, before I started making these videos, I was doing like max 2 sets, so failure. But honestly, sometimes I feel like I need 3, either because I didn't get the right reps that I needed, or just because it didn't feel like I worked it enough, which I think is completely valid. I think dudes that are going to tell you if you're doing more than 1 or 2 sets till failure, you're just screwing yourself. I mean, that is not incorrect, but I'm saying, like, if I feel like I need a 3rd set till failure, and I feel like I can recover from it, I'm going to do a 3rd set. It really just depends what you can recover from, you know. You can't just do exactly what somebody else does. You know, you gotta figure out how your body is like. Same thing with tracking your macros. But I can't really talk about that right now because I'm gonna do this set. Okay. That's pretty dope. Just, you know, yeah, I can definitely feel it too. That's good. I feel like I lack a little bit in my upper back, which also, I have a back piece tattoo, so. But as I was saying before I kind of started that set, tracking your macros the same way, you know. You basically need to go into I think it's tdecalculator.net, and you put in some numbers and it'll spit out your maintenance to maintain your weight, your bulking, and your cutting calories, and your proteins, and your carbs, and your fats. So, and your carb cycling days, which is, you know, higher calories, higher carbs 1 day, or 2 days, or even 3 days a week. You know, 2 high, 1 moderate, or just 2 high, and the rest is your lows. Which basically resets everything, because your body is going to get used to an amount of food, which, I mean, you just need to go into more of a deficit after that. But this way, it kind of resets so that you keep losing weight and don't hit that plateau, at least for too long. But anyway, those numbers it spits out are not going to be, I mean, they're accurate, but they're not going to be your exact numbers. You're going to have to test it out. You see, you say you try that bulking one, and you're trying to gain like ½ a pound a week, and you do it, and you didn't gain ½ a pound, so you need to up it. say 100 calories, I guess. I don't know. That's, you know, that's up to you. But say, you know, or other way around, you gain that weight too fast, which may sound good to the untrained ear, but really, if you're gaining that weight too fast, you're going to put too much fat on, and you want to build lean muscle. And the reason that's bad is because when you want to cut down, you're going to have to lose a bunch of muscle. I mean, not a bunch, but more than you'd like when you're trying to cut off that extra body fat that you could have done away with if you just took the bulk a little bit slower. Same thing with the cut. You know, if you take it slow, you're going to maintain more muscle, which your end result is going to look better. But if you cut aggressive and fast, you know, you're going to lose a bunch of muscle and you're just going to get skinny and flat or whatever. But, you know, but you basically just got to, you know, if you gain, basically what I was saying on the bulk, if you gain more than a half a pound a week, say you're gaining a pound a week, so you're going to cut it down, maybe 100 calories or so, I guess. And then once you're at that around, you know, half a pound, not exactly 0.5, but I'd say, you know, right, really as close as you can get, if not right at that half a pound a week, you're going to stay at that. And eventually, you know, you'll probably hit a plateau. You're not going to gain weight. Well, then you're going to have to up that surplus by 150 calories. So, anyway, I'm rambling. All right, some rear delts. Like a lot of people forget about rear delts, and honestly, I used to be like, you know, why would I do that? But once I started training them, man, they really do make the biggest difference on your shoulders. Like they make them look 3D. I mean, I've always felt like my shoulders were lacking, but like when I started training rear delts, and I also started like implementing shoulders more, like, but yeah, it really did make a difference. Which, you know, that workout I just did, I did get a good bit of rear delt activation, but I really want to isolate it. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, man, you already trained it, you know, you're overdoing it. Well, I want to train my rear delts because I don't feel like I hit them as much as I wanted to. But really, to be fair, what I do after I do something like that workout, because you know when you do an upper back row, you're going to hit your rear delts. Basically what I do, I go to an isolation one, like, you know, that, and then, you know, if one set feels, you know, I feel like I hit them, done. Okay, 2, I don't go above 2. I mean, unless I didn't do, in a situation I didn't do that, but if I'm not training upper back, then my ass is just being lazy. But anyway, usually I like to get this handle right here and do like, you know, you know, I don't know why I made that noise, but you know, it's always good for variety. One of my biggest mistakes, you know, used to was just getting the same workout habits. Like, you really got to explore, you know, different workouts. You know, kind of like I said, you know, in the last video, I think it was, might have been, yeah, it was the first video, my arms. It's kind of talking about the variety in bicep curls. Like, yeah, that Becky-Yishin, you know, that backward stretch might technically be a little bit better than just a standing bicep curl, but really you're probably going to see more gains out of a standing bicep curl if you're enjoying that standing bicep curl way more than it's just repetitiveness every time, because you'll be putting more effort in. And even if you think you're putting the effort in, you know, your brain's functioning like it doesn't want to do this shit, versus if you go to them standing dumbbell curls, it wants to do that. I mean, a part of you wants to do that shit. So, therefore, you're going to be putting more effort, even if you see it, feel it, or not. Yeah. Okay. I hit them pretty good. I think I'm gonna do another one. Just because technically after this I'm supposed to hit legs. Someone commented on my last video, one more leg day till Christmas. He was wrong. No, how could you do that to me, man? I got like 2 more leg days. I'm just kidding. I don't really hate leg days. They're just, I like the workout part, but the pump part, I don't want to shave my legs right now. I mean, if I gained a big following, yeah, I'd probably, do the shave thing. Anyway. Ooh. Same weight. Okay, now that concludes back and rear delts. It is tinkle time, and I'm gonna be back in here for the pump check. All right, tinkle time is over. Obviously, I don't expect this video to do like any crazy numbers or anything, but I feel like I went over, honestly on accident, but I went over a lot of dieting stuff, advice. If anybody watches this and comments and wants more maybe dieting foods advice, or like a training advice, like workouts, or like muscle group frequency or split advice, I can make videos about that. I guess it just depends if people actually watch this or not. I'll post it to my social media stories, but you know how it is. I mean, people just scroll past that shit. I mean, not saying like, I'm not like calling out, but it is what it is. Not everybody has the same interest, man. All right, so we adjusted to manual mode because that light was glaring right here. But, oh, okay. All right, let's see if we can hit some sort of back pose. Guess we need to hit a lat spread. Ooh. Oh Yeah, I know one. My lordy, dude. Bro, anyone knows, man. As soon as you tap one side, bro, you lose the veins, the aesthetic. I mean, my gosh. But honestly, it's worth it. Have one side tatted, one not. I like it like that, for real. Oh, I know one. The mantis would show my rear delts pretty good. All right. Now, I'm gonna just do a vacuum. That'll be it. Or this one. No, not happening. Yeah, not bad. I mean, it does kind of suck that I didn't get much sleep and it's kind of a dreary day. But, you know, that can't really stop you from doing what you got to do. So, anyway, I think we have did forearms yesterday, so I'm gonna do some abs. Not doing the thank yous. Oh my gosh, but I am gonna do the freaking leg raises. I'm definitely not a workout with my shirt off type of guy, but I think I might be able to get some good angles of these leg raises. Ugh. Okay, so I've came to a conclusion. Your boy is just a sheet of paper. I'm white. Okay, I am 135,000,000,000% Caucasian, and that is why it looks so white. Your boy needs to get a tan, which is not the time of year for that. So maybe a tan bed if I can avoid skin disease, whatever. So I usually I go body weight after that, but I have to go really slow for it to actually work. I'm gonna go body weight. Perks of progressive overloading. So I'm just gonna put a 10 under my feet. I'm gonna play some white girl music, buddy. Because what else are you gonna train abs to? You know? Okay. Some of that Katy Perry cup. Whew. Yeah. Nice. But I guess that's it on the recording today. But it's single time again. And I'm gonna do some cardio and get the hell out of here, man. This is valid after a full day. Alright, we're home. It's 1:05 in the morning, which is weird. But apparently I've already ate all my calories today, which kind of sucks because I'm hungry. But I got my Diet Dr. Pepper and cream soda, diet soda, vitamin C water, and a chocolate, hydrolyzed protein shake with some creatine, and magnesium glycinate. So pretty solid lift today. I'm disappointed. I did not check my meals right. I don't really think I counted it wrong. I can check one more time, but yeah, I'm pretty freaking hungry, and I know none of this is gonna fill me up. Even if I ate a rice cake, I'd be over what I really want to be. But yeah, good lift. I'll see y'all whatever day the split has next.